Okay, well, in any case, let's go ahead and take a look at where the next place we need to go is. So we need to go to that location. Which is where? Oh, way up there, huh? Okay. Well, I guess that's the direction we want to go in anyway. Now, we could do a mission here. While we're at it. It's a defense contract, which I do like. And as long as we don't use the mechs that we just used, we should be fine. I will repair them, of course. 24 days, wow, that's a lot. I didn't lose any systems, did I? No, just a lot of armor. And we also have a big penalty, 12 days. But it is what it is. We don't have any industrial zones anywhere nearby, so we kind of have to eat these horrible costs and time and money. Rifleman did not lose any systems, didn't even get any damage, that's good. 16 days. And then the Thunderbolt is 10 days. Okay. So yeah, we do have a decent number of mechs here. I feel like we probably would be able to pull off some kind of mission. We'll see, I guess. We'll figure out how much challenge we have to work with, and we'll decide on whether it's a good idea or not. Alright, so we're looking at 230 tons. So as far as that goes, we could run with the 55-ton mech, the Shadowhawk. Yeah, I think we could pretty easily do that. We've got... The heaviest mech that we have access to is the Quick Draw. But I think we can make it work no matter what we end up with, so... Let's go ahead and do that. Because why not? Alright. Let's start off with damage coverage. I'd like at least 2 ticks of that. We'll take as many damage... salvage shares as it will allow, which is 18, which is pretty nice. Then we'll take a little bit of money. Yeah. And I myself, I tend to like close-range brawling, so for me, LRM systems don't really work out that much either, because I oftentimes find myself too close range to use them. So I'm just not a big fan of the LRMs in this game. Full stop. Okay, let's go ahead and accept. Alright, so starting off, I'll pilot the Shadowhawk. We'll probably run the Kintaro as well. And then... maybe the... well, if we're going to do this, maybe the Trebuchet here. Trebuchet and the Kintaro. And then finally, we run with the Quick Draw. That would put us 10 tons under. But I don't think there's a better Lance loadout that we can do. I could put the Centurion in here instead, and that actually makes sense if we're going to use this as a mission to develop pilots, because you get 3 different weapon types. So we are definitely going to change what pilots we're using here. I'll probably put Thorn in... well, Lester is a definite. And I think we put that in the Catapult because he can benefit from all 3 of these. So, Lester and the... not Catapult, Centurion. Alright, who else do we need to level up? Griffiths is probably the next pilot we're going to fire. Without a doubt. Oh, Thorn's already in. Portillo's doing pretty well. Shen's doing pretty well. Lester's going to be in the mission. I guess Cats is our other one. Does it make sense to use Cats? I guess. We get energy weapons and missile weapons leveled up. Might make more sense to put Cats in the Quick Draw, but who else would we use? Oops. If I don't use Shen. It might make sense to use Shen anyway, because eventually Shen's going to be one of our better pilots at 42 cap. Oh, we're not using Thorn, are we? Yeah, Thorn's a little bit behind the curve, so we will use Thorn. I thought we were using Thorn. Okay. I guess that's the way we're going to go with it. Okay, let's start up. So we got a little bit of LRM firepower in the Kintaro and the Quick Draw, and then the Kintaro gives us the Narc system, which should work well with our other mechs. So, alright, let's go ahead and ready up. And most of our mechs, except for the Centurion, are fairly quick. If we'd use the Trebuchet instead, we would all be on the same speed. So if you think about it that way, that might have been the better choice.
Hostile forces have broken into friendly territory and are making their way here. A few allies undergoing repair have been activated to assist, but we will be on point to defend this position. Good hunting, Commander.
Okay, guys, can we not smash our own base, please? Damn AI.
Hostile forces just crossed the perimeter, Commander.
Alright, we got a cicada coming in.
Away.
Oops. That might have been my fault.
Mercenaries, save my people!
I'm gonna go for the legs here.
Enemy mech destroyed!
Alright, we got
Tank just exploded.
a helicopter. Try and get in range for that.
Target
No need.
is down.
Wow, we're already down to 86%. Jeez. Okay, Locust. Another Locust. Fortunately, on the other side of the base, it's going to take me a little while to get there.
Enemy destroyed.
New target acquired.
It's also hard not to do damage to the base when you've got these Locusts running around.
Hostiles are focusing on the facilities. Engage the hostiles to draw them off the buildings. Target has been knocked. Damn it! They just destroyed an apartment complex.
Destroyed.
Alright. Going for those leggies.
Reinforcements spotted
Got
in
'em.
the area. They look like they're heading your way.
Okay, we got some flying targets. A lot of light mechs.
Target acquired.
This is a really sprawling base too, so it's kind of hard to defend.
Knock deployed on target.
Oh, he's dead.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Not quite in range of that guy.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target
There we go.
destroyed.
Target eliminated.
Got him.
Clear the commander's kill. It's about to explode.
Okay. Well, we're not even halfway done, and this thing's already at 60%. That's not too great.
Recon reports additional forces entering the engagement area, Commander. Be on the lookout for them.
Alright, I am. Oh, there's one.
Target acquired.
Hey, stop that! Tango, down.
Okay.
Knock successful. Target marked.
Another Locust.
Hold the spot. Taking heavy damage.
Everyone target that.
Wilco.
I hate these things.
Fire.
Target destroyed.
I got him.
Target acquired.
I tried to lead that.
Target
There we go.
destroyed. Target
Enemy mech forces spotted operating
Okay,
in the
12 more.
area. Watch out for them.
Alright, I see they're dropping.
target acquired.
Okay.
Target
Splash target.
SRM
Target
carrier dead. Alright, here we go.
acquired.
Ooh, a Thunderbolt.
You heard the commander. Take that target. Target is down.
Yeah, these defense missions will probably be difficult with heavy mechs just because how slow you are. Enemy's not really showing up here. A little concerned about that. Oh, here come the LRMs to not touch the enemy at all. Okay, let's back off. Ouch. You know what? Backing off was probably a mistake because he's got those LRMs.
Suffering heavy damage, Commander. Get in there and engage as many targets as you can. Target has been locked.
Got him.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
He's dead. Now the Hunchback. Everybody needs to target that guy.
Shifting to your target, Commander.
Alright, let's try and go after that torso section if we can. Okay, it's gone.
Recon has spotted additional bogies, heading along a trajectory.
There's a
that
drop ship
intersects with
right
your
on top of
position.
us. Everybody seems to be doing okay. Quick Draw's taking a little bit of damage, but nothing serious.
Target
Ooh,
acquired.
we got some pretty heavy contacts here. But why am I firing at that range? Warhammer's pretty high priority. Ouch, 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 ouch!
Successful target marked.
Trying to go after that arm. Owie, owie, owie. You know what? Screw you. Here's your arm. Thank you. I can't see. Alright, good. You don't have any weapon systems that are worth worrying about.
Our communications tower got clipped by that last barrage.
Alright, good. He's down.
Target acquired.
Our living facilities.
Target destroyed.
Alright, he's dead.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Alright, one more enemy.
Target
Where is it?
destroyed.
Oh, it's a helicopter. Go, 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 go. Good. Those look like good LRMs. Excellent.
Our employers will be pleased that we have held our ground and saved.
I don't know. I don't know how pleased our employers are going to be, but alright. But yeah, once we get into like the heavier mechs, really honestly, we might want to change like what type of missions we do. These defense contracts seem to be more for your speedier mechs for sure. For the war zone, it doesn't really matter because oftentimes you're kind of defending, but you're not really. Okay, so we have 18 shares. Let's go ahead and sort this by value. The Cicada, again, doesn't make any sense here because it's not that much more in value. Like, for example, I could do both of these for the same number of shares and it would technically be worth more. So, I think that's what we're going to do. Although, hey, we get some AC2s. We might actually be able to equip that Yager mech again and not have to get rid of it. Also, I have some quality 2 medium lasers. I will always take those if I can. Okay, we have a decent number of these to the point where I might use them more aggressively. Okay, so now that we've gotten that out of the way, I guess we'll just take the Spider. Yeah, defensive war zone is really... Yeah, demolition is... I see what you're saying there. A raid contract might not be too bad, I don't know, or an assassination mission. It really depends on whether the enemies are endless. I haven't really yet figured that out. Okay, so we get 2 more shares here, and it's already sorted by what's valuable, so we'll go ahead and get those. Okay, let's continue. We didn't really take that much. Well, we took an alright amount of damage, but I don't think we lost any systems across the board. I took the most damage, and it is what it is. Centurion actually pretty disappointing performance. We typically see a pretty good performance out of this thing. Quick Draw did alright, not too great, but not too bad. Kintaro did pretty good, as one of the better performances we've seen out of this mech. So hey, all things considered, I'm pretty happy with what we got out of this one. Alrighty, So we're in 30-23. The third succession war is only a couple years away from ending. So I don't know if this game was really going to care about something like that. Oh, the demos are the only endless enemies? Okay. I think you're right on that, but I don't know that 100% for sure. Let's just go ahead and do these repairs. Again, they're not going to be all that long. So 12, 10, 8, and 14. All things considered, not too bad. All right, we're doing really well on money. We have over 16 million, and we have a lot of mechs that we could sell, so I don't think it would be that hard for us to buy a pretty good mech. Let's see if there's anything that dropped here. Nothing different. All right. I guess we should sell some things from our inventory as far as things like this. Got some value in here. We'll keep a hold of that because it's a lost tech. Probably quality 1. It's going to be sold. Quality 1 medium lasers are kind of getting to a point where we should sell some of those. Especially as we have 26 of the things. I'm going to sell 6 at the very least. Okay. That looks good. Alright. Let me go ahead and take a look at the star map here. Alright, well, we want to get over to here. Is there any missions along the way? There's a Warzone contract here. That's probably only 20 days away. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 jumps to there. Whereas if we jump straight there, it's 41 days. That's a little long without any action. So I'm going to go ahead and jump here. There's a black market here, so hey, maybe we'll find something cool. Yeah, but Warzone's, I think, by far and away my favorite contract. The only real downside is if you have slow mechs, it takes you longer to get out of the engagement. But that's really the only thing going on. Okay. Well, let's first take a look at the market. I mean, if we find something really cool in the market, I mean, I'll buy it even though it will be expensive. It doesn't look like we're going to find anything today. All right. And then let's go ahead and take a look at the contract. So this is going to be for House of Liao. 270 tons. Okay. Not a lot of salvage shares, unfortunately. So I'm going to put 3 points into the damage coverage, 3 points into salvage, and then I guess the... Oh, wow. We don't really have many points to invest here. This is a really disappointing mission. Would we be better off going for a different contract? I mean, the Warzone contracts are just so good. I guess we're just going to have to deal with the fact that they don't let us get a lot of money out of this. Are they all... Okay, this is the only one that's not in that volcanic climate. This is only 230 tons. I'm half tempted to take this one instead because it's going to pay better. I just always worry about these assassination missions because the opposition you face tends to be really ridiculous. But I feel like we might get a better bang for our buck because I can use my points more thoroughly, get up to 20 salvage shares. Yeah, I think I would rather. So hopefully this doesn't turn out to be a bloodbath. All right, let's go ahead and accept. Okay, so we got 10 tons that we can improve somewhere. I'm just not sure what I'm going to improve just yet. We could bump this up to a 60-ton mech, like the Rifleman. The Rifleman right now is kind of one of our go-to mechs, though, so I wouldn't really want to risk it on a mission like this. Trying to think what else I can do. We don't have enough room to jump up into a Grasshopper unless I downgrade something. All right, so let's say we did jump up into the Grasshopper. We're now 5 tons overweight. I could downgrade the Kintaro. I'm sorry, the Kintaro, the Quick Draw into the Shadowhawk, and that would put us perfect. And then we just need to switch around where the mechs are. So the Shadowhawk needs to be more up front. I guess the Centurion can be in back. All right. I'm pretty happy with that. Now, we are going to need to change what pilots we're using here. Probably put Cats in the Shadowhawk. Cats. And then the other 2 would probably be fine. So energy weapons and missile weapons. And you can get all 3 types upgraded. That being said, you're already doing pretty well with ballistic weapons, whereas this guy is not. Let's actually switch those 2 around. I'm going to put Thorn in the Kintaro. Hopefully leveling up these 2 things. And then the... Where's Lester at with ballistic weapons? Oh, almost leveling up, so that'd be perfect. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm kind of curious where I am to leveling up. I don't think I can really easily see that, other than going to the barracks, perhaps. So, but we almost have full points here and full points here. So, yeah, we're getting there. All right, let's ready up. The Shadowhawk should perform really well, as long as it doesn't take serious damage. It has a habit of losing its arms. Generally speaking, that's not usually a big deal for that mech, because all of its real firepower, the SRMs, are in its torso sections, so...
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
All right, here we go. Alright, so we've got several locations that we have to hop over to. I guess I'll just go to the one right in front of me. Got some helis. See if we can snipe one of them. Yeah, there it goes.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Got him. That's the one advantage of the extended range laser, is you can really hit those things at good range. Now that was our dropship that I heard the thrusters of, so... we'll just try and keep our eye out and take this a little slow, if at all possible. Oh, that just popped in pretty hard.
Target destroyed.
Alright. Take this opportunity. Let's tell them all to target the urban mech. Guess I'll start moving up here. I don't really want them to get too close. But now they've gotten too close. Alright. Oh. What's hitting us over here? At least.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Okay, that guy's dead.
Target eliminated.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Not successful. Target marked. Target is down.
Okay. Just come in here and... Ow.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Alright.
Target destroyed.
Target acquired.
Okay, we got a Locust 1M over there. It's almost dead. Oh, hello. Got ourselves an enemy Grasshopper.
New target acquired. Target destroyed.
Just go ahead and take care of some of these other ancillary things.
Tango down.
Okay.
Tango down.
Target destroyed.
Alright. What are we looking at here? Got an enemy mech coming in.
Target acquired.
Oh, that's that same Locust 1M, I think. I think it's over in this little canyon here.
Target destroyed.
Okay.
Target destroyed.
Alright. Let's get going. Ooh.
Target acquired.
Can't really see what I'm shooting at here, so I'm just dragging it around.
Destroyed.
Alright. I'm not really sure on this map where we need to go, but I guess we'll go this way.
Target destroyed.
Okay. Making sure they're keeping up with me. Alright, looks like the next target we have, we're gonna circle off to the left and then we'll hit that last one. So we want to go past this rock here. We'll try and take it easy and just take this a little at a time, not rush things too much. I feel like in these raid and assassinate missions, oftentimes patience pays off. If you can be patient, if they don't just throw an absolute ton of enemies at you as soon as you get out of the dropship.
Tango down.
Target acquired.
Not really sure where it is, but I'm just gonna sling some
Target
lasers.
identified, Commander. Put them down.
Target destroyed.
Oh, really?
Enemy destroyed.
Ah, they're there.
New target acquired.
Let's get in his face so he can't use those missiles against me. I should be too close to him now.
We got one,
Yeah, he's
Commander.
dead.
Good job.
Target acquired.
Guys, he left the spider in behind us.
Marks that tag with a knock. Tango.
Destroyed.
Ah, you guys dead?
Target acquired.
I just didn't like that spider being in behind us like that.
Black Tango down. Target is down.
Destroyed.
Okay. So just one more assassination target. I'm stuck on something. Okay.
Enemy destroyed.
Acquired. Target destroyed.
Alright. Should just be a straight shot now.
Target destroyed.
I mean, Qatar is a little rough. We really don't want it to, well, as long as it doesn't lose the narc system, that's really all we care about.
Target acquired. Target
And even then, I'm not sure that would be the end of the world. Some more helicopters up ahead.
Positive visual on the target, Commander. I've marked it on your tack screen.
Quick draw.
New target acquired. Target destroyed.
Sure that helicopter's dead. Yeah. Okay. Jenner in front of me.
Target
Alright.
New target acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Got
Alright, now we can just get out of here.
Bounty for us to collect on. I'm getting 0 reactor signature from the targets. Looks like we've got them all. That bounty is ours.
I didn't get that turret, unfortunately.
We'll break open a case of Timbiki Dark
I'm sure.
when you get back to the ship
I'm sure
safely.
my allies got it. Alright, not too bad. Take that. Okay, another successful mission. I don't think we have really anything to worry about as far as much damage we took. Alright, we have a lot of salvage. Looks like a bunch of junk, though. Yeah. Alright, well, we'll take this because it's the same number of shares. I'm not sure if I'm going to take many of these. I mean, in theory, this is worth more. As are these per a share amount. Well, I guess we'll just take the rest here. It's nothing all that exciting, so it's kind of disappointing when you have this many shares of salvage and you get not a whole lot, but oh well. Didn't take that much damage either. That's okay. Okay, wow. The Shadowhawk did really well, but as I said, this mech tends to have really high damage output, so as I said, probably one of my best performing mechs. Centurion, again, disappointing. I'm not really sure what's the up with that, but Kintara did pretty well. Also didn't take... I mean, it took damage, but it all seems to have gone on the armor, so we're good there as well. Alright. So again, we're just going to go ahead and repair everybody. Only 6 days. 6 days. Cars are really going to be longer, 14 days, but it doesn't really matter because we're going to have a somewhat lengthy jump. 20 days. All right, off we go to the next location, which is going to be over here. How are we doing with the... Okay, they still are giving us 3 points, so that's good. All right. Jump over here. How are we doing on the Capellans? Not quite maxed out, okay. Alright, so that's going to be 27 days, so we should have all of our mechs back in time. And it's another Warzone contract, which I tend to like, so that's good. And then we'll have this high reward contract done. We should be leveled up to level 10, which should open up the campaign to us. At least I think it will. Interestingly enough, we're not actually in a conflict zone, so I suspect we may not be able to do repairs. Because, yeah, you cannot repair if you're not in a conflict zone or industrial zone, so whatever damage we take, we're just going to have to live with. That being said, as far as industrial zones, we do have one all the way over here. So this actually may be a problem. We have another one up here, but it's kind of out of the way with where we want to go. We want to eventually come over this way, so... I guess we'll just have to see how this goes. But in any case, anything in the market? Nah. All right. Also, there tends not to be anything in the markets and stuff in these locations. Okay. Well, let's take a look at the contract. So we're going to have 270 tons to work with. We have 10 points to invest. I'll put 3 of those points into damage coverage. And then the remaining 7 into salvage shares. We'll go ahead and accept the contract. I'll remain in the Grasshopper. We're going to use the Warhammer. Possibly the rifleman. Alright, so let me think this through. So if we go with this, we're only 5 tons under, but as we've seen, the Thunderbolt is fairly ineffective. If I dropped down something, we could use... Because we need 20 tons off of this thing, right? So it means we have to downgrade something by 15 tons. So we could use the Shadowhawk in place of the Warhammer. Not sure I'm a big fan of that. And then we could use the Stalker. Alternatively, we just use something like the Quick Draw instead, which in my opinion is just performed better than the Thunderbolt. The Thunderbolt is better armored by an alright margin, but it just tends not to be very effective. So, yeah, really torn on this one, on what the best choice is. With this choice, we'd be down by 10 tons, but if it's more effective, I don't know how much that really matters. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Quick Draw. I just feel like it's been more effective for us. Okay, so as far as our pilots, I definitely want to run the best pilots we can. In that case, Thorn should stay in the Rifleman, as he is going to be the most effective there, unless, of course, we want to use Hope instead, but I don't know. He's more of the future for us as well. So the Warhammer should be Freeman. And then we're going to remove Lester and probably put Shen in the Quick Draw. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, alright. I'm happy with that. So, fairly good Lance loadout. We're a little underweight, but I think this is the most effective Lance that we've got at the moment. Okay. Unless, of course, we want to use the Shadowhawk. But then we would be down even further weight. I'm not sure that would do us well. I mean, let me think about it. So, if I use the Shadowhawk instead, we'd be down 15 tons. I mean, this is really where we really need a 75-ton mech, because it would fit in really perfectly with some of the stuff that we have. I'm just going to go with this. We'll see how it goes.
A battalion of Liao troops is planning on using this planet as the tip of the spear for an assault on Davion territory.
Alright, got enemy right away.
Scrambling to get here, so it'll be up to
I like how your AI goes after the dropship.
Party while they make their way to this planet. Good luck and hold tight.
Alright. Oh, I just now noticed there's a urban mech here.
New target acquired. Target destroyed.
Come here, you little bastard. Take that on your legs. Good, he's down. Alright, so that mech's gonna blow up. We've got quite a few allies here. Looks like a Centurion, a Cicada, and an urban mech.
Target acquired.
Got a Cicada coming in.
Target destroyed.
Okay.
Target acquired.
Ow. Hello.
Enemy mech down.
Okay.
Target destroyed.
Tango down.
Additional bogies setting an intercept course.
Okay, how
on
we
your
doing?
position.
Alright, so far. Oh, off that way.
Target acquired.
I got it.
Another Cicada coming in. What's over there? Another Cicada?
New target
targets. Behind me. Helicopters.
New target acquired. Target destroyed.
Oh, those two died really quick.
Target acquired.
Hostiles are
Alright.
escalating their assault on
Good.
your position, Commander. Be
11 more
careful.
enemies. Oop, drop coming in right on top of us.
Target acquired.
Okay, Hunchback needs to die quickly. Okay, got the Hunchback. Now we go after the Centurion, take its arm out. Okay, taking that out.
Target destroyed.
Heat critical.
Okay, got him.
Target acquired.
Getting light tank off in the distance.
Target
Splash target.
Oh, Hunchback still up.
target
Additional tangos en route to your position, Commander.
All right, what do we got? Dropship coming in.
target acquired.
Uh-huh. Okay. Another grasshopper. Come here, you little bastard. Try and get rid of all of its firepower. Okay, done. Not really sure why I'm paying attention to the cicada, out of all things to pay attention to.
Target acquired.
Enemy mech eliminated. Target is down.
Poor Yager mech. I'm gonna try and cockpit you if I can.
Target destroyed.
Don't think I succeeded, but
All right. I've received word that the Davion Battalion has now made landfall on the far side of the planet.
we're done.
I'm already seeing layout troops rerouting to their location or falling back entirely. Good work. It looks like you've saved the Federated Suns from losing a significant strategic location.
Get that right arm out of here. We're at the drop point.
Target eliminated.
A job well done, Commander. Stand by for pickup.
All right, all done. Another successful mission. Well, we'll get it once we get our reward. Okay. Cicada and a Locust. A lot of medium lasers here, high quality. So we'll go ahead and take all those. Quality level 3. Can't say no to that. Okay. Anything else exciting? Quality level 3 small laser. That's not really worth picking up, though. It's not worth a whole lot. I guess we take the quality 2s as we've mostly burned through our shares here. Alright, I'll take it. As far as damage taken, we didn't take all that much, considering our damage coverage. The 1.25 million. Let's see our effectiveness across the board. So Warhammer did alright. Rifleman did pretty well, although it did take a lot of damage. We'll have to see how bad that is. And then the quick draw did all right. I think it would have done, it did better than the Thunderbolt would have done, I think. In any case, let's go ahead and close up here. Pretty even damage across the board. Oh, level ups. Did we get anything interesting here? So energy weapon level up. And Freeman's now maxed out in that skill. Okay. Okay, close up. Your continued success on the battlefield has not gone unseen by Duke Hasek Davian. For your valiant service to the Capellan March, he would like to extend you a gift of Ancient Star League Defense Force autocannons from his personal collection. Duke Hasek Davian much prefers to see such weapons in the hands of those defending the Capellan March than those who would see them shipped out to the New Avalon Institute of Science for study. So yeah, we get some really high quality autocannons here. We're going to have to see. I think ultra autocannons are heavier, so it might be tough to use those. And for example, like the rifleman. But something like, I don't know. I really am looking for an Orion, I think, at this point, because I think it would do really well with one of these autocannons. There might be a couple other mechs that would do well with it as well. I mean, honestly, the Centurion wouldn't necessarily be a bad one, but that's really what I think I'm looking for now. I need a nice solid 75-ton mech that I can use autocannons in. All right, well, let's go ahead and claim this. We will get to the next reputation rank, which is perfect. And that should allow us to get whined at by Fahad.
Hey, boss man. Keeping me and the crew real busy lately. Glad to see the contracts rolling in. Like that. Doing a bloody good job too, gotta say. Just one thing though. You and your fellow pilots might want to dodge the enemy's fire a little bit, alright? We're running triple shifts after some of these jobs. And I know you're doing your level best under the circumstances. I get that, I do. It ain't easy. All I'm saying is, try to bring them mechs home with all their limbs still attached. That's not too much to ask, is it? No, it isn't, mate. It's pretty bloody reasonable, I think. Well, there you go. Some friendly advice on the house, Guff. Gonna get back to work now. Catch you later.
I don't know if I'd classify that as bitching, maybe more guilt tripping, but a little bit of whining and bitching, but mostly guilt tripping, I think. Alright, how did the rifleman fare? Didn't lose any systems, so that's good. We can't repair anything in the system, so we're just going to have to move on. Although I suspect we should probably talk to What's-Her-Face as well. So let's go run up and talk to her. Alright.
Hey, Commander. Thanks to Spears' people, we now know we're somewhere within Inferno's current sphere of operations. However, we still haven't been able to pinpoint the location of their base. What we have learned is the name of the man who killed your father, the leader of Black Inferno. Name's Andreas Kane. He was loyal to one of the Marek factions for a while, making a nasty name for himself. He was responsible for several massacres as well. Of course, that was before he struck out on his own and set up shop as a mercenary. After that, his trail runs cold. Unfortunately, that means there's a lot we still don't know, like how Inferno became as big as they are, or who their current benefactor is.
Andreas Kane. When we find him, Rihanna, I'm gonna tear him and his mech limb from limb.
I have no doubt, Commander. But we need to find him first. I've been scanning the comms looking for any mention of Inferno activity. Not 10 minutes ago, I picked up a distress call from a nearby port city. They have come under successive attacks by a mercenary group and are asking for immediate help. Sound familiar?
Sure does.
The distress call had this image embedded in the transmission. It's a map of the city and port. I think it's best if I drop you down here, just outside this farm. You can proceed from there into the main city itself and ensure that it's protected. The port is nearby, over here. That's where I'll pick you up once the city and port have been secured. Questions?
Nope. Plan sounds good.
All right. Get us where we need to go, Commander. I'll keep monitoring the situation.
Roger that.
I have questions. Why could we not have a better map than that? That was just abstract shapes. I have no idea what that map was supposed to be a map of. All right. Good talking to you. All right, let's see where we're going to actually end up here. So first, let's go ahead and read the transmission, because if we don't do that, the mission won't show up. So So lock and load. Okay, Commander. Same plan as we discussed. I'll drop you near the farm on the outskirts of the city. Clear the farm of any enemies, then proceed to the city itself. Once the city is secured, I'll pick you up at the port. As usual, we have no idea what the force strength of our enemy is, but this isn't a small outpost, so you should expect a substantial number of mechs supported by both ground and air forces. Plan accordingly. Good luck. Okay. We do indeed accept. Let's go ahead and take a look at the star map and see where we end up having to go. I suspect it's, oh wow, it's it's actually in Steiner territory. Interesting. But we have a long way to go before we get anywhere close to where that is. I think really I should just jump straight over into a area where I can get some repairs done. So we do want to end up coming over here. That's a long travel distance that we have to do, but I feel like if we jump over here, we're really just going to have a very similar jump distance anyway, and we have a lot of repairs to do that I can't do unless I jump into somewhere. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and jump over here. Maybe we can find a cool mech to buy or something. So, let's go ahead and travel. But it will be a number of months before we're where we need to be for that campaign mission. I suspected it was going to be in Merrick space, which is why I kind of stuck around where I was. I didn't expect it to be in Steiner territory. We do have a rare mech in this location. Not sure I'm going to pick that up unless it's one of the mods of a catapult that would be more exciting. Let me go ahead and take a look at what we... well... Let's do the market first, and then we'll decide. So, C1, this is pretty much the standard variant, as far as I am aware, so not really too excited for that. Yeah, nothing really cool here, in my opinion. I'm not going to overspend for a catapult that I'm not going to want to use. So, normally I really like catapults. This is one of my favorite mechs, but in this game, I just have been disappointed with LRM, so yeah, I'm going to pass on it. But if it was any other edition of the Battletech universe in video game format, I would take a catapult hands down, but not in this version. Alright, well, let's go ahead and take a look at repairing our mechs then. Well, I guess we should look at equipment as well. Alright, let's start one thing at a time. So, autocannons. Nothing really jumping out at me here. Except for maybe the AC here, the AC-5. I have quite a few of these, though. I don't know. I'll pass on it for now, because we have that ultra autocannon now. Nothing really in the energy weapons. Missiles. Well, I guess we got a quality 3 SRM-4. I'll buy all 3 of those. Why not? We've got plenty of money at this point. Okay, moving on. No AMS systems. No double heat sinks. We don't really need single heat sinks. I've got over 40 at this point, so I'm just going to pass on that. Let me take a look at anything we'd want to sell. So starting off in our inventory. Yeah, we got a couple of these guys. Energy weapons. Missiles. Got a lot of these single quality LRM-10s. I'll sell 8 of those things. We tend to get these quite often. Okay, that'll do. Let's take a look at pilots. Nox isn't bad. By 694. A very good energy weapon pilot. A little disappointing in the piloting skills, though. Especially if you're going to be an energy weapon pilot, I expect you to have some heat efficiency. I'm actually going to pass on Nox, even though Nox might be really good. Unless we fire somebody else. Which, I guess Griffith is kind of at a point where we're considering firing him, huh? I used him for quite a while because he was one of our better, well-rounded pilots when we were early on in the game, but now I guess we pick up that other guy instead, because even just where he's at right now, he's better. So, yeah, okay. Griffith, goodbye. Alright, let's read the description for Nox.
Won't let you down. down, Commander. I've trained for this.
Born on the fringes of Davian space, Captain Knox has always dreamt of becoming a MechWarrior. As his career has progressed, he has racked up a growing number of confirmed kills. He tries not to think of all the damage he's caused over the course of his mercenary career. Alright, let's hire him.
You're ready to stop wasting my time?
No, I'm not going to waste your time because you're crap. Is that why you wanted me not to waste your time? Because, you know, you're not worth picking up? Alright.